Good evening and welcome to a fabulous Friday. So thanks for everybody for coming over again. I really do appreciate it. Come over and join us for another Friday Night Live, Turning with Friends. And this month or this week we have our special guest earworm in. Some of you guys in the chat might not know this gentleman, but he's well worth going and having a check out on his channel. His name is Floyd and he's the man of Krafts. So welcome, Floyd. Thank you very much for coming and joining us, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
So, and also we have Brian of Woodturning from the Stable Studios. Is that correct?
That's the one.
There we go. And Mark.
Oh, cheers.
Okay.
And our good friend, Mark. You don't have any
That
comments.
was such an entry, such an entrance.
And Mark, the gentleman Woodturner. Thanks, guys, for coming over and joining us for another Friday. And today I'm in a, well, I'm just glad it's Friday. I'm on holiday from now. I don't care what happens after now. It's all about fun time. So I've got a blank on here. It's around about. Let's put this in the. Put you guys in the background. What tailstock? So I have a blank here. It is 9. No, it's not. It's 10.5 inches across by around about 30 millimeters, which is 1.25 inches thick. So I'm going to try and turn some sort of platter out of this. Don't know what the wood is. There's a piece I got from Keith's of circular wood when I went down and saw him. So I ain't got a clue what it is. It's a bit dirty, so we'll see what it reveals when I start to turn it. So a simple project tonight. Nothing too high tech, because tonight, as being a special guest earworm, it's all about Floyd. So if you guys haven't checked his channel out, you should do. Floyd did put the link in a little while ago. I'll just
probably keep pasting it here and there.
Yeah, you can do. That's great,
Yeah.
Floyd. Yep. Go over and check out Floyd. He does some really awesome work. He does a lot of trial stuff, which is really interesting to watch, especially if you want to get into resin. So something to look at.
A little bit of trial videos, and then a little bit of like theatrical, cool custom builds and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Good
keep
stuff.
things interesting.
Good stuff. So while I turn this, if you guys have got any questions for Floyd, real inches or, well, we'll go with real inches, Darren. I'll start turning this, and if there's any questions for Floyd, obviously you can chuck them in, and then we'll go from there. I'm blabbing now. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
Yeah, get on with the turning.
I'm trying to find my
That's a
safety
good.
glasses.
That's a good plan, Steve.
I'll read the list out. Right, so far in the participants list, we've got Andy H's for turning, Barry Chitty, Barry's Wood Creations, Brian, Clinton Wood Dancers, Colin Izzard, Darren Callison, David J. Heath, the Gopher Carpenter, Door 60, Douglas Mungham, Duncan the Girly Turner, oops, just skipped. Douglas Mungham, Jared the French Turner, Jay's Cabin, James Crawford, Jennifer Craft Creations, Lawrence Picacia, Malcolm Douglas, Mark Stroughton, Nick Castle, Pat Cumming, Pete Twisted Trees, Peter Corcoran, Baz from Real Simple Things, Steve, Sneaks Wallard, Steve Hale, Steve Scott, Terry Bartlett, Man of Crafts himself, Clayton the Yorkshire Kid, Terry from DJ Turning, Trevor P. Hobby Turner, Wayne the Wood Turner, Wood Wizardry by Colin, Wood Turning by Barry, and Woodworm Paul.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everybody.
So who was first?
Do we got any more coming in? No.
Loads.
Well, we have 50. We have 58 watching currently, so there'll be a few more.
Nice.
Oh,
Copperell Wood Turning,
Bring them on in. Bring them on in.
Darren Callison. If I did miss you out, blame you two.
James Cabin is in,
Okay.
who says tomorrow he'll be all day at the lathe.
Good.
Excellent. Best place to be on a Saturday. Is it Saturday tomorrow?
It is.
Being retired, I can't remember what day it is.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I have a feeling that tomorrow may be a
Nice.
day spent in the hot tub.
Not the hot tub.
Yes. Because I can.
And you're just right.
Don't forget, anybody, if you've got any questions for Floyd, Man at Crafts, just drop it into the chat and we'll have a look and see if we can answer it for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh,
Now that you've faced that piece off, Steve, any ideas what you think it might be?
I reckon. I really
Here we go.
reckon it's wood.
Here we go. It's wood. Could be right.
Ain't got a clue, mate. Ain't got a clue.
I was going to say this will be a guess.
It's tree wood.
Did we mention Clinton wood dance or something?
Yes.
We did, okay.
So
There are 60 people watching now. That's really quick. We need to go in 5 minutes. Very good.
Floyd, what you got going on? Tell us what you got going on, mate. What projects you got coming up?
too many.
We'll start at the beginning. Just
Well, I told you guys I'm going to be doing more of the pretty much the resin experiments. I'm going to be doing a lot more of the alternate dyeing, you know. So I'll be working on those quite a bit. As far as any other custom builds, I do have hopefully one coming up. It's going to take me some time to figure out, but I plan on making some type of, what I really want to do is I want to make a massive chessboard out of just resin and old telephone, what's it called? Telephone, they're like pretty much the board inside of the actual dial-up section of the phones. It's perfect. They have green ones and blue ones. And I happen to come across about maybe 200 phones that were just being thrown away. And I figured, hey, I might be able to, make a blue and green, blue, green type of pattern in a resin pattern. And then whatever's left over, I can take all the additional hardware off of it, and cut out each individual pieces as chess pieces, and then maybe put some lights underneath the table, and then see what kind of legs or bottoms I can get out of it.
sounds interesting.
Jennifer Stroughton's in and Robert Nye's in.
That's real simple things, isn't it?
I have. Let me see. You know what? I didn't even bring it. I was gonna grab it as a sample. You know what? I can grab it as a sample real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Second.
We would like to see your work. That'd be good. Darren has said circuit boards. I think that's what he means. Yep.
There you go. Yep.
Printed circuit boards.
Circuit boards. Yep.
Yeah.
Evening, Glenn.
When evening, Glenn. When Floyd's back, let me know. I'll bring him up on screen.
Yep. Yeah. So, Floyd has done a video on his channel there about alternative ways to dye resin. And everybody's interested in that. And it's got over 7,000 views on it. So is it worth watching? Lots of good
I
stuff
don't know.
Floyd's doing.
Right, Steve.
All right. So here's
Hang on.
Hold on a minute. I need to bring you back on screen, Floyd.
Hold on a second.
There you go.
Here's a proof of concept kind of idea.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Circuit boards.
Printed
So they
circuit
got
boards, yeah.
that type, and then the back side is real smooth.
Yep.
Let's see if I can turn that away from the light.
So the idea is to make them alter, like the white and black do red, do blue and green. Is that the idea?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And this is about an inch thick of resin. So that took some. That was quite a bit. That's for sure.
You're going to have to make some interesting chess pieces to go with that, then.
Yeah. Well, I figured if I took all this stuff off
Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry.
of the actual, all the main components on here, right?
Okay.
I would have, pretty much the same backside of this. And if I drew out the individual, rook or queen on each one, I could just cut it in a bandsaw and then make a base for it out of clear resin, and there's my chess pieces. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So it'd be kind of like the whole entire thing is just made out of, computer board pieces or, phone computer boards.
Sounds brilliant.
Good concept, yeah.
Let's see.
That's a question for Steve.
Go on then. No doubt it's a piss take.
Yeah, of course. Will you be needing a £2 coin this evening?
You never know.
Yeah. Fair chance.
Never know. Never say never.
It's a bit of a standing joke, Floyd. Steve has a little bit of a reputation, unfounded reputation, I have to say. Well, maybe not quite.
Oh, shit, rubbish. It's not unfounded at all.
We're going through the bottom of a bowl.
Twice in 2 weeks.
Twice in 2 weeks he did it, both on live YouTube. So
Nice.
Yeah, but YouTube's about being consistent.
consistency, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Life is about being consistent.
I didn't want to let my viewers down. I didn't want to let them down.
I can't say too much this week because I went through the side of a vase yesterday.
Oh, well,
Oops. The Yorkshire
The Yorkshire grit. That's
Yorkshire
actually a good
grit.
question. Well, not really a question, but I actually work a lot with Total Boat. So a lot of times they actually, anytime I'm doing major projects like this, for instance, I'll show you this one right here. This is one.
You need to come
This
back.
is one that I did.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Steve.
That's all right. It's about you, mate.
It's about you
I
tonight
did
anyway,
this one
Floyd.
right here.
Oh, yeah.
Out of 100 colored pencils.
Yep.
That's
See
brilliant.
if I could get it in there. Oh, just a simple serving board,
Yeah.
But usually, I've been working with them for quite some time, and they're kind enough to send me, free things here and there upon, doing these cool videos. So I've always found it fun to work with them, and they're a great business, great manufacturer for resin. I have to say myself. And just like you said earlier, Steve, this stuff is really, you can really shape it into whatever you want. You know what I mean? Whether you're machining it or turning it, or
There's a lot of scope. There's a lot of scope with resin. People don't. I think people who haven't used resin don't realise that you can basically do. If you can think it, you can make it out of resin.
Pretty much. I mean, I seen somebody make a table one time where they poured like a 1/4 inch thick amount at like maybe a 4 foot by 4 foot section, and before it actually cured, they peeled it off and they laid it over a wood table, and it draped down like a fabric.
Really?
Was that John Malecki?
In Russia or something like that?
No, the American guy who used to play for the Steelers.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it was another YouTube channel. You know what? It was Creative Couples, I think it was.
Creative Couples.
Creative Couples. I believe they did that, if I'm not mistaken. And right then and there, that kind of gave me the concept of like, wow, you really can do, whatever you want with this stuff. Like, it's incredible,
Yeah.
Spacecraft.
We had a guy here in the UK, Nick Zametti. He made a kettle, a working electric kettle out of resin.
I don't think I'd want to drink out of it.
Yeah, I've spoken with Nick. He's a cool guy.
Bonkers.
His son's pretty awesome too.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Charlie Bates, yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of goofy stuff over there.
He did one this week with some LPs, and that exploded on him. Bless him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that blew apart when he was trying
man.
to turn it into a bowl.
Where is your craft fair?
It's Somebody in the chat's got a craft fair coming up.
Oh,
I think he was at one.
gotcha.
I think Andy H put a comment in earlier. He was at his first craft fair for 18 months today.
Blimey.
So the question was, where was the craft fair? Basically, it should have been.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Ben's in.
Benjamin's in now. Oh, no,
Trouble's in.
Trouble's in.
Stand by your
Watch out.
beds.
Nice. Looks good.
We'll sound this
Yeah,
up to 240 grit, I think.
The exciting bit starts when he turns it round and starts coming through from the other side.
Ye of little faith.
I've seen you turn.
Well, it's only an inch and a half thick today, so you can't leave an inch and a half thick bottom as usual.
I'm just going to put a little tiny dink in the bottom, in the middle of it. That's it.
Somebody's already asked. Where it was. Yeah.
So I'm just looking at Floyd's web page, or web page, not his web page, his channel, and he's got the Resin art projects. And there's 11 videos in there, guys, and they're really interesting projects. Nip over there and have a look.
There's that one, and I just did. I brought this over too because I wanted to show, a lot of people about the. I only had a few people that actually question it because they're like, "Well, how'd you do this?" I'm like, "Just watch the video. You'll see exactly how I did it."
Yeah.
This is one of them that doesn't get much love, and it was it seems simple, and for anybody that works with wood, they're like, "Yeah, cool, it's simple," but when it came to making the Purple Heart, handle section, kind of drip like that customly, and then have the shape of the heart in there as the actual handle. That was the trickiest part because I couldn't make any mistakes on that, otherwise I would have to go all the way back to the store and grab another foot of Purple Heart to lay that out again, so it really was, you have to really pay attention to some of that stuff, and when you're grinding it and you're shaping the wood, you have to make sure it's perfectly square. And on my Instagram, I actually did a video where I mocked it up and it just slid in so nice. And I was like, yes, it was perfect.
Hey.
Just brings a smile to your face, don't it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
On that one, I did a part 1 to part 2 on because I wanted to show people the concept of the drawing and how easy they can duplicate it, and how I go through doing the individual pieces, the templates I made for it, and then, providing myself the, 1/2-inch clearance or so for the resin to pretty much glue everything together, So,
Floyd, Douglas Mongham's asking, have you had anybody get you to make odd things from resin?
do I have any projects? What was it? I'm sorry. Oh,
Has anybody asked you to make them anything odd out of resin? Anything weird? Strange?
No, I do have people asking me if I can do more videos for like dragonflies and stuff like that, or beetles, or put tarantulas in resin and stuff like that. And I got no problem with that. That's once again, stuff I plan on doing in the future. It's just a matter of finding some really good ones, and then I want to kind of bring them back to life, kind of like I did with the dragonfly.
Yeah.
Seen that one.
Beard 16's joined. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Evening, Rich. Lewis is in as well. Klondike Clapton.
Hi,
Hi,
Lewis.
Lewis.
Actually, I ended up selling the dragonfly one recently.
It's always nice when you can get a bit of back in it.
Yeah, no, it was nice, the lady was very happy, and, she has it right there by her window, right by her window seal, lights coming through it and stuff, so it's pretty cool. It looks really nice.
So do you do YouTube full time? Is it your only job, or
No,
what
actually,
do you do for a living? Outside of...
I work full time, and I also run a business full time. So I'm between still working as a shop manager at a welding company, or I should say more manufacturing than anything.
Yep.
And I do all of my mobile service stuff on the side, whether it's working on old school classic cars, where a lot of times people are afraid to send their classic car into a shop where they could possibly have the risk of stolen parts or,
Yeah.
whatever's done to it. So I come to you and I work on your vehicles, and I make custom cutouts and certain bends and sheet metal work, just the basic stuff, just easy stuff. I try to keep myself away from things that would, in the end cost me money if I happen to mess up. If I don't know it, I'll teach myself it, but I'm not going to be learning it on, somebody's watch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ruby Claire's
But-
joined. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Evening.
Yeah.
Evening,
and then-
Ruby.
Nice. And then I do this on the side, so whatever hours I do have left over, for now,
Which is-
I put it in.
Which is not many, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
So, in between times there, like I said, I usually get up pretty early in the morning, probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then, by the time 6 o'clock runs around, I've already done some type of preparation work for my channel. And then I go to work, then I go and do what I got to do, come back, do more work, wrap it off pretty late
Sounds
towards
good.
the end of the night.
sounds a bit like
So-
Steve.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds a bit like Lewis as well.
Yeah.
Lewis is a Canadian YouTuber, Woodturner. I think he's got currently about 15 jobs plus YouTube. He doesn't sleep.
No.
He works 37 hours a day.
Yeah.
He sounds doesn't sleep often anyway, for sure.
I was just telling Steve earlier that I did 18 hours yesterday. So I was just pumping stuff out left and right, and had to get it done, and had to make sure things were ready for the next day. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm giving myself a day to relax. And it just so happened I get to do this and other lovely things to catch up for the next weeks to come. So, do I get any breaks? No, I don't.
That's the disadvantage. That's the disadvantage of working for yourself.
Yes. No breaks.
See, Woodwork Leonard's being a bit cheeky there. Again.
Nice.
Fancy encasing Brian's lathe in resin so it doesn't get dirty. Brian's got this thing about his lathe being dirty.
I'm a bit of a clean freak.
A bit.
OCD is the word.
All you got to do is have a fan blowing on it while you're wood turning, and you won't
Oh,
have
that-
any wood land on it.
Yeah, there's a plan. Yeah. I need a much bigger extractor so it can catch it straight off
Yeah,
the
there
tool.
you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Why not connect the extractor actually to the chisel?
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
He's like, huh.
Right.
You'll be giving me ideas now, Steve.
Yeah, right, so that's Yorkshire grit. That's-
Oh, okay.
Oh, you missed it. I missed
What?
the grit.
Oh no, I was going to sing and everything.
So was
That's
I.
all right. You can do the inside. You're all right.
Okay, mate. That'll be fine. Yeah.
Joe Senior's in. Hi, Joe.
Good evening, Joe.
Good evening, Joe. How are you? So I'm going to put some friction polish on this. Use this a bit just lately, old friction polish.
Yeah, you have.
I've noticed.
Who's saying?
Nobody's saying, Joe. It's we have your filtered tones in the background.
I sneaked it in. I sneaked it in, Joe.
Yeah.
A couple of people are saying it looks like that could be oak.
Yeah, I think that might be oak. It's got that sort
Oh,
of
it's
smell
really
to it.
nice.
Got some worm.
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
one thing
Yeah,
I've
it's
always
nice.
loved about working with wood is just the natural, beauty of it during its growth process. What you see afterwards is always phenomenal.
Consider what it looked like before I started turning that. That's not worm.
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
that's marks in the wood.
Yeah. It's like stretch marks.
I know what they feel like.
Yeah.
Right, so turn the speed up, get some heat in there.
Oh, geez, a 10 horsepower extractor? Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
I see it's the custom sledgehammer that's on your channel. Is that
What is
the one that Steve has?
Yes, the custom sledgehammer? Yeah. That's
Steve,
the one I
maybe
made for Steve.
Yeah, Steve, maybe let us see that.
of course I will.
Good
He's
man,
like, I'm
Steve.
turning.
Let me just brush the dust off of
Nice.
it.
Let me turn.
It's your stuff support. I'm trying to get to know you a bit better.
So there it is, the bad boy. There it is.
Yep, that's it right there. Sent from California all the way to England.
Oh yes.
There you go. Excellent.
See if we can get a bit better light.
Yep, yep.
There you go.
There we
Look at
go.
the handle. Look.
There you are.
All bits of wood. I think
So-
there's purple heart. It's
So
like,
that's purple heart, and then when you flip it over to the other side, it's all zebra wood with yellow resin.
There you go.
so purple heart
So
with
it's
red
like-
resin.
Yep.
And I
That's
believe,
I asked Steve.
you put a piece of steel bar in the middle, didn't you?
Yeah, so I have a piece of all thread, 3/8 all thread running from the center all the way to the head of the top.
Hammerhead. Yep.
And then I poured the resin in there. You see, I hand shaped it, and
It's nice.
did everything custom.
It's very cool.
Beautiful thing.
Thanks, Brian. You're not bad yourself, son.
I was talking about the hammer, Steve.
Oh, okay. Right, tail stop. Right, so shined, finished with a bit of friction polish. So we've got a nice shine on there. Nice piece of wood, that.
Nice. Yeah, that looks good.
So we'll do the other side.
So about how far do you go in depth with the back to mount on there? About a 1/4 inch or so?
That's about 5 mil deep. Yeah, so just around about a 1/4 inch. Yeah.
Just under a 1/4 of an inch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just enough to grab onto it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You don't want to, because obviously the deeper you go, the less you're meeting up. But I've done the foot virtually the same depth as what the mortise is in the bottom. So hopefully I shouldn't go through the middle. His famous last words.
Nice.
Oh, you've done it now.
Did you actually say that out loud? Oh dear, Steve.
Well, it's Friday. It's Friday.
I almost forgot what it looked like.
Right, so let's get this sorted.
There's very little faith in the chat, but
Is there?
very little faith. Yeah.
Oh, well, what can I say? I would expect nothing else.
I may or may not have instigated it, but I mean,
Oh, new custom smoke arrived today. You're going to like this one, Mark.
am I?
Yep. Darren has started a chat in the chat. Oh, no, come on. You're bad, Darren.
Funny. With that.
There's the first one, Steve. The first one's in.
What?
Jared has just said, question, Steve. If you're going in reverse, do you think you could avoid the funnel?
No.
That's an ongoing joke as well, Floyd. Steve has no reverse on his left.
Steve doesn't have reverse on his legs. It's like he lives in a third world or something.
Well,
I
he
do.
does. It's Norfolk.
Like I say, I live in Norfolk.
It's Norfolk, for goodness sake. Somebody said that he still had 6 stones. Oh. Microphone is playing up again.
Are yours?
Woodwork learner, whatever you do, don't say anything to Brian about not having a dongle.
Oh, here he goes again. Oh no. So you've been going half an hour, Steve, and you have 67 watching.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody.
So anybody got any more questions for Floyd? Ask
Come on,
about
guys.
just
One
about
shot only.
anything.
Nice.
Should all had a chance to look at his channel right now.
All right, here, I'll drop another one of those.
Yeah,
See if
another
I can
link there.
drop it. Let me know if this link doesn't work either for anybody.
Your channel link. It does work. I tried it.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Took me straight there.
Nice. Nice. I was hoping it would create a detour, you know.
Yeah.
Not go so fast.
Via Singapore or somewhere, yeah.
Woodwork learner would like to know, Steve. Are you
Sorry?
supposed to be able? Woodwork learner would like to know. Are you supposed to be able to see through a platter?
Poor Steve, that's not funny.
It's like if you make it out of resin, you are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could cope with the mess that resin makes when you're turning it. But that's just me.
What was that?
I'm not sure I can cope with the mess that resin makes when you turn it. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
white streamers everywhere.
It's not too bad though. Yeah. It's a pretty low scent. Nice. Well, thank you very much, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Krafts and Creations, nice. Yeah, I got all sorts of fun stuff, man. All sorts of creative videos that I take more time because you figure, I mean, I only do this like partial time, you know what I mean, in between times of things, and when I put videos out, if I have more time on them, I mean, you see a huge difference in some of the videos that I do where I can actually, make, I can actually, blend things in better and, create more of an art even out of the video in itself, which I've always been fond of doing as well.
Douglas Muggins, what got you into the world of resin?
What's that?
Douglas,
Muggins asks, what got you into the world of resin?
What got me into the world of resin? Just the mere fact that you could do whatever you want with it. Whether it's take an old piece of antique and bring it back to new again by just putting resin on it. I mean, just the fact that it amplifies the look of wood and whatever it is that you're doing. It's such a beautiful product to work with. It definitely has its temperamental, times, but more or less that's, because of the user than anything. But, once you learn to really use it well, I mean, you can make anything with it.
You're holding your breath, boys.
yeah. you guys in the chat maybe hear a bit of noise in the background. Smart trying to kill a fly.
All right.
There's a whole lot of people subbing to your channel there, Floyd.
Let's see. As far as the woodwork learner, do I do much work without using the pressure pots, small projects? Yeah, As a matter of fact, most of the time, because I know I don't have to take so much time and prepping the pressure pot or taking it with me. Sometimes at work, during lunch or so, I'll mock up something like this to where I could just pour it inside of a container and I just keep it, as an example more than anything. And as clear as it looks, I mean, there's quite a bit of bubbles in here.
Yep.
That I would love to take out, but for stuff like this, I would use a different type of resin. I'd probably use more of a like a deep pour, something that would take longer to cure, so all the bubbles that would generate can come up to the surface, and then I could get rid of them pretty easily.
Yep.
Resin of choice, that's going to be tabletop epoxy resin.
Malcolm's asking, can you reuse resin shavings?
Yes. I've got a
Oh,
blank.
yeah, you could
I've got a blank here to prove it.
I was going to say you could repurpose them after you've used them.
Don't know if you can see the swirly patterns in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can see that shavings right now. So you just pack them into a container and then pour more resin on top.
Yeah, what it was, I used the Forstner bit to drill out a mortise bit, and then just put them in a container and, like you say, added more resin.
Here's one thing right here that I do. Yeah, just like that, pretty much. All the resin that I collect after doing turnings or any type of stuff like that, I just bag it.
Okay.
So I take all that stuff, whether it's all colored. This is all just a whole bunch of different colors I used. I'll keep them because maybe I want to make a cool video. Same thing with this stuff. This is more on the whiter side, during the mix. But I can make all sorts of stuff with this. Now, can you actually, melt it down chemically and possibly reuse it? I don't know. I don't think anybody's done that. If they have, I want to see that video.
Douglas has asked, what's the maximum thickness pour you have done in one pour?
In one pour, the max thickness, I would say was actually, I think it was the Dragonfly. That was about, I think it was about 6 or 6.5 inches tall, and about maybe 5 inches wide in diameter. So that thing got really hot. I actually took the I just can't even think of it. My digital thermometer, and got a reading on it at 225 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
So that stuff got really hot really fast, to the point where just grabbing the plastic container and transferring it, you could feel the heat radiating out of the container. So it got very hot. Now, was that the exact type of resin I probably should have been using during that project? Probably not. And I was actually expecting it to crack, and possibly mess up during the pressure pot process, but it actually held up very well, and it came out really nice.
Very good.
Change camera, Steve.
Let's see. Yeah, no cracks at all. It actually worked out really nice.
Contact Grossman does quite a lot of resin stuff. Does some beautiful hybrid bowls and vases.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, resin shavings in the ocean for torture bedding.
I think he means
we definitely
turtle bedding. Turtle
bedding.
Yeah.
No, it's surprising because a lot of the stuff that I do, I separate all my resin stuff, even during the processes of making stuff. I'll actually, if I know I'm going to vacuum it, I'll only provide that vacuum with resin, and I won't use it for any other type of stuff besides resin, so that I can keep it separated, which is, like I said, a huge example of why I'm able to
You've
just
got
keep
bags
so
and stuff.
much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Instead of just letting it, be put in the trash, and just thrown away. So, I definitely try to keep it contained and be responsible with a lot of that stuff.
Well, I think that's the thing that we all have to be aware of nowadays is the responsibility we have
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
to the
100%
environment
agree with
and to provide a good example to other people.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's always going to be people that say, don't use it, it's killing the planet. But if you can use it and use it responsibly, ethically, then why not, show some responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, a lot of things kill the planet, but a lot of things also help the planet.
Exactly.
So, we can't. We can try our best to handle with what we can handle with and use it accordingly. But we could all put ourselves in that position.
Yep.
Do better.
We certainly could all do a bit better. There's no doubt.
Ruby's saying a lovely platter there, Steve.
Ruby, thank you very
That
much.
is excellent.
And I didn't go through the middle. So
You did not, Steve.
I'll collect the
Thank you,
bits
Mark.
at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Brian's going to sing this time.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Okay, you guys keep going on about singing. Does somebody actually sing towards the end of this?
Yeah, hold your
well,
ears. Hold your ears.
It's you, Floyd.
Whenever we have a guest in, they have to sing. No, it's just left.
Thanks. You guys tell me that afterwards.
Yeah, we're telling you it now so you can't back out.
Well, we like to get you under false pretensions. You see.
Oh my goodness.
There is a
No, you're all right, Floyd.
there is a song for a specific product that Steve's about to use.
It's just a funny little song. I'll sing it when he starts spinning the lathe again.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a take off an advert that used to be on our television years and years ago.
I was just thinking, I've seen a lot of people do certain things with different types of plastics. And I bet you anything, if I really got into depth, I might be able to mix up some type of I'm almost thinking like some tar-like substance with the resin and probably some rocks or something to create like a solid stepping stone or some type of hard resin plastic material and almost reuse this stuff in a different purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that'd be pretty interesting. See if it breaks down easily.
Yeah, there's lots of people doing things like making taking recycled plastic and making it into fence posts and stuff like that.
Sing, Brian.
Yeah, exactly like that concept.
So there's the
That is
Yorkshire
fun.
Grit. Yeah, there's the Yorkshire Grit going on now. So the song is, "Now hands that feel pretty can be soft as your face, with light brown Yorkshire Gritty."
He's here all week, folks.
Really don't know who's worse,
Twice-
Brian or
twice-
Joe.
Oh,
Twice
my
on a
goodness.
Saturday. Twice on a Saturday, guys.
Joe wanted it. We blame Joe.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's Joe's
thanks.
fault. It's absolutely Joe's fault. And we've just lost about 20 viewers. Oh, I know. Oh, no, we're not. We're still at 65. We're okay, Steve.
Right, so just
Yeah.
buff this off.
The whole recycling thing is a big deal, I think. We need to get much better at it.
Definitely. There's so much waste in this world.
There's far too much, yeah. Woodwork Learner says his ears are bleeding.
Right,
I don't think so, big lad.
Oh yes, I believe I just heard it right now.
The Yorkshire Grit says, have you heard of Yorkshire Grit?
Do I have the Yorkshire Grit?
Yorkshire, what Yorkshire Grit is, Floyd, is an abrasive paste. The guy in the chat, Glyn Senior, who's under Yorkshire Grit, he invented Yorkshire Grit, which is an abrasive paste that sands from 240 up to 1,000 grit without any dust.
Open the tin, let them see it.
Nice. I have something very similar to that
This
I
is what it
use.
is. This is the like round slimy paste.
Hey, there you go, Floyd. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hold it back to the screen, Steve. There you go.
there you go. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a right,
there you go.
light brown paste.
Oh,
made
that
with-
looks delicious.
Oh yeah, it's lovely on
It's like,
butter.
it's
I
like
love
peanut butter. Yeah.
it's lovely on toast. No, I'm only kidding.
Let me see if I can find mine really quick. Let's see. No, I've used. I know I have my little my little selection that I use. With stuff like that.
Please don't let it be axe paste.
Please don't.
No,
Please.
no. We'll keep it G-rated.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what? I can't find it.
That's a
Can't
good
find
job.
it at the
Don't worry.
moment, but I use this afterwards. It's resin enriched, 100% hard wax polish.
Alright.
Yeah, let's
see if I
let's
can
just
show
bring
you
it back.
guys
Let's
that
just
one.
Is that like Renaissance wax?
It's Alfie's hard wax. Let me see
Light
if I can
skin.
move
Oh,
that.
Alfie shine.
Yeah, Alfie Shine. There you go.
Yeah.
And this stuff is pretty nice. It actually smells really nice too for some reason. I think they just incorporate some type of scent in
Just
it.
stick some perfume in it, yeah,
Yeah.
to make it smell nice, yeah.
That
Oh,
way when
Gavin's just
everybody's,
joined us.
polishing up their wood, it can smell good.
Hi, Paul.
Wood plate, of course, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
let's go back. Right, so I'm going to give this another coat of friction polish just to finish it off.
Yeah.
I was going to put some detail on the outside, but I think that'll ruin that. So
That looks good.
Paul Kavanagh has said the trainee human is in bed, so hopefully get a quiet evening to follow.
Nice.
Get the kids to bed. Lock the door.
Steve, Darren's saying that a future project for you is to actually make an actual working funnel. Then you can use it when you do your oil changes.
I can give them a bit to start off with.
Yeah, you did that yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what? I did notice this one by Lawrence. Is there any chance that the transparent resin becomes yellowish by time? I believe so. I believe it. I almost want to say it's about as equivalent as your headlights on a car. So as long as they're exposed out in the sun for quite some time, they'll turn yellow too. You know
Is
what I
it-
mean?
is that because the
I
ultraviolet in
think-
the light, or
I think most of the time, yes. I know resin will eventually darken no matter what you do, but I don't know if they make a type that doesn't do that on deep pores. You know, light's always got to travel through stuff. You know what I mean?
definitely?
So there's got to be there might be some type that doesn't. Where am I from? California. Yes.
The Yorkshire getter said, "Can you invite guests that know about grit and creature, Steve?" Laughing out loud. We're trying to broadcast. We're trying to get it out there, Glenn. We're trying to enlighten people.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
No point in preaching to the converted all the time.
No, definitely not.
Be a missionary sometime.
So I think it is oak. I really do think it is oak. It smells like
I
it.
think it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like
good.
Let's get rid of some of these tools.
And it is a really nice piece of wood, I have to say.
Consider what it looked like before I started.
And I'm convinced they are stretch marks.
Nice.
Don't know what anybody else calls them.
The
Sure,
stretch
stretch
mark bowl.
Somebody
Stretch mark bowl.
medullary raise.
Or stretch mark plate.
So, well, that was a quick one, wasn't it? Look at that.
Well, indeed.
Very nice.
We
very
need to
nice.
we need to talk now for the next.
50 minutes, buddy. That was very quick. Well done, Steve.
Andy H says definitely oak.
Yeah, it looks like oak. Smells like oak.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Ruby says quarter sawn oak.
There you go.
Yeah, and all the experienced guys are chipping in, so that's fine.
So nice little platter. What
Nice.
did we end up with? We ended up with 10 1/4 inches by around about 25 mil thick.
What is that, about around 3/8 or so?
Well, it was about an inch from that edge there to the back of there, but obviously that scallops in there.
Yeah.
So in the middle, that's perhaps 6 7 mil thick in the middle. It's very,
Quarter of an inch.
Nice.
as you can hear, it's a bit holler.
Don't forget Floyd's American. He doesn't do metric.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it's so we'll give you the old-fashioned sizes in 10 1/4
There
inches.
you go.
10 1/4 inches by just over an inch between there
Oh,
and to
okay.
the back
Oh,
foot.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
So from there to there.
Gotcha. Very nice. Very nice.
Where's
So-
the Klondike Craftsman? It says, "How thick is the bottom?" Question mark.
Well, I reckon that's about 6 mil, if that.
Quarter of an inch.
Sounds very. You listen to it. If I tap, it definitely sounds hollower or thinner.
Darren.
I
don't want to hear
like
it.
Measurement.
I don't want to heal it too hard, just in case I go through it.
I'm old enough to be able to work in both measurements.
I would laugh my ass off if that if you put your finger through that by accident.
That's why I'm not tapping too hard. Yeah, it's not very thick. Not very thick. Not very
I
thick.
had a bowl like that
That's
not so long ago.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did a bit, yeah.
That's great.
It was kind of thin. In fact, one of the comments was when I started to use the grit, because you use the grit for 3 minutes, the comment was, "Is there enough wood there for 3 minutes worth of grit?"
There you go. He needs to start using real man inches.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to. The wife tells me I'm not allowed to.
Oh, that's them that's them Australians and again. Like,
Oh my goodness.
Right
That's too much.
then, guys. Have you got any more questions for Floyd? Give us a minute. I'll drop it. Thanks, Ben, for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I'm
drop the.
I'm surprised it hasn't dropped anything this evening, right? I haven't dropped a thing yet.
I haven't dropped anything. I'm getting better, aren't I?
Ruby Claire loves your new friend, Mark.
This is Mia.
Oh.
Mia the dog, the star of the show.
The
Getting
star.
lonely.
Mia.
She can't hear.
You headphones.
And here I thought
Headphones on.
they were talking about me. No. This is nice.
Pierre Cochran says, "Why is Mark cuddling a mop?"
Mob.
Put a stick up my backside, she will be.
You're going to meet her next week. I'd be careful.
Oh,
bring-
you're in so much trouble.
I'll bring a stick.
And Dan has said, "Very nice platter, Steve."
Thank you very
Make
much.
sure you
Thank
bring
you very
that
much.
plate. Make sure you bring that plate over.
Actually, I'm going to send that to you, Floyd.
Nice.
I'm going to send that over to you.
Sweet.
I'll if you message, I've got your address, but I can't find it. So if you message me your address, mate, I'll get it sent over to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the
No
post.
worries.
Excellent.
Not a problem.
I have
So-
to say, I'm actually enjoying your channel. I'm just kind of skipping through some videos here, taking in a couple of minutes of them each. I'll go back and watch them, Floyd, because some of them are really
Oh.
interesting.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean.
I know I keep things a little goofy in there at times, for the
Yeah, it's cool.
for the youngsters,
Be
He's
hit on
right.
the street.
or is it just for myself?
There's no call for that.
Yeah, just right.
Yes, definitely a pleasure meeting you guys. Thank you for having me over here.
So like I say,
Copy of
guys,
Woodworking.
go.
The link is
So
just up above in the chat.
Yeah.
RPM. Let me see. I'll send it one more time. That way you can have it as well.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely
That way
go
you
check.
can check it out.
Definitely
Jump
go.
on that link.
Yeah, definitely go and check Floyd's channel. He's done some awesome stuff.
See some fun stuff.
So I've got to ask, right? In your first few videos, you was wearing a mask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something? Is there a reason? Does it?
Well, there was actually a huge reason, partially because when I was still working for another company, they were trying to find every single way possible to get rid of me,
Right.
because there's a lot of things I'm not going to get myself into at the moment. But if they did know that I was running another side business on top of working for them full time, that was a problem, because I was supposed to dedicate my whole entire time to them.
Your whole life to them, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and quite frankly, that's not how you get ahead of life. So,
Nope.
In order for me to kind of meet past that, I was like, you know what? I'll just incorporate, a goofy mask that I used to love laughing at. Whenever I'd see people messing around with it, and
I can see them hanging up behind you.
Yeah. Is it? That's a
Looks
couple
like
of
them
them.
on the.
That's a couple of them. I do shift through quite a bit of them. So when you're actually checking out some of the videos, I got everything from a duck mask up there, some lake
horse's head's
monster,
famous.
unicorn. Yeah, everybody liked the horse mask the most.
Yeah.
But I used it as a way to keep myself hidden, but yet at the same time entertain some of the guys on the floor.
Yeah.
So they knew it was me, because obviously I would tell them it's me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am still trying to keep things more, I guess, professional, to the extent of my business and whatever it is that I do. So eventually I'm trying to get myself away from it, little by little. But I do get the occasional, kids responding and stuff like that, and they always think it's hilarious. So, I try to keep things, interesting.
Fun.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with this channel?
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. It was a pleasure meeting you too. Thank you, guys. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm supposed to wrap it up, or if I should leave it up to you.
Steve will wrap up.
We'll wrap up, mate. So Trevor Bartlett has asked me when I will be coming down. I am travelling down, heading my way down on Monday, but we won't be over to Tavistock until Tuesday. So we will be within that vicinity from Tuesday onwards, mate. So
definitely a marking opportunity in that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Right, guys. If nobody else has got any questions, we'll wrap it up. Give it 30 seconds. See if anyone's got any more questions.
And if you guys ever, and if you do want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put that on there as well, just to make sure. It'd be Instagram at, let's see, _ where are you at?
I think I already follow you on Insta.
I don't think I do, but well, I.
So Instagram should be that one right there. And usually, I'll post pretty much what Steve does as well. He'll post his lives on there and his upcoming videos and stuff like that. I tend to do that myself to, bring audiences in and, try to get people, to check it out. So
it's a free promotion site, isn't it?
To an extent, they don't like that you,
no.
Post stuff like that, because it is, technically another business posting, advertisements on another business's website.
Yeah, but
Instagram don't make it easy for you to put YouTube stuff on there, do they?
No.
Yeah, no.
You can't put no links in.
No. Every time, as soon as they find it, they end up obviously not going through with it, and taking it off or whatever. It just most of the time either doesn't get seen magically, or it just gets left there.
Right, and guys, if you haven't subscribed to Floyd, then please go over and check out his channel. Makes some really good stuff. He's put his links in several times. Floyd, is there anything you want to add before we go?
No, man, it was a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Anytime, mate. You're welcome anytime. So
yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you, Floyd, I have to say.
Yes, definitely, Brian.
Thank
Same
you.
as Mark. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will really enjoy my holiday. I will be back Sunday. Yeah, I'll be back Sunday. Don't know what I'm doing yet. Don't know. Yeah, I'll be back Sunday. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Nicky will find something for you to do.
Yeah.
On
So
the Nicky show.
So come over and watch the Nicky show. Brian is covering my next Friday live.
Indeed.
Thank you, Brian, for that.
Yeah. I seem to be the super sub at the moment. I know.
Yeah, you're a star.
I can
So-
tell you now, Brian, I won't be able to earworm.
That's okay, mate. No
I
bother.
will. I'll come in there,
I'll be
when
with
Brian.
him.
I'll come in there, when Brian.
You'll be with him, yeah, I know.
Well, right, we're going. Right, I will enjoy my holiday. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for lovely comments. Thank you
Thank
to
you,
Floyd.
Floyd, for coming
Thank
in.
you to Mark. Thank you to Brian.
Not a problem.
Thank you to everybody for coming in. Thank you, Darren, for getting up so early.
And the most important thing out of all this is that little bell icon. Just go ahead and select that to all.
Yeah.
And then subscribe to the channel.
That's
go.
the way.
There you go. That's what you got to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
I gotta
Every
do it.
video.
I gotta do it backwards. You know what I mean? Because they separated the two. They no longer are one. So
No.
you have to do it in a certain pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't miss. They miss out on everything.
So there you go, guys. Right, we're going to go.
Right
Have a
on.
great weekend.
Thank you.
I'll see you Sunday. Take care. And bye for
Take
now.
care, guys.
Bye,
No.
everyone.
Where's the mouse? Oh, there it is.
The mouse is lost.